The next day, I did two things. First, I went to a law firm and hired a lawyer to advise me on next steps. The lawyer first affirmed my actions from the night before. Don't confront her yet. Get everything prepared before showing your hand. You want to catch her off guard. He was slightly concerned about the lighter. You were a bit rash there. Given your wife's intelligence, she'll quickly suspect you planted it, I replied. She has no proof. I bought that lighter recently when getting cigarettes. It's not my usual brand. The lawyer told me to be careful not to slip up, then recommended 3 steps plus one additional suggestion. Step 1. Collect evidence of her infidelity. Step 2. Apply to the court for asset protection based on the evidence. I don't need to compile a detailed list of assets. Just provide leads on the assets and apply for court protection. The court can then take protective measures. Step 3. File for divorce. Request dissolution of the marriage. The judge will determine how to divide marital assets based on the evidence. Additional suggestion. If Olivia purchased any high-value items for her lover during the marriage, like a house or car, that's considered misappropriation of marital assets. I can legally reclaim those. The second thing I did was hire a private investigator to gather evidence of Olivia's affair. This person is technically called a private investigator, though less politely they're known as paparazzi. They often help dig up celebrity gossip too. My requirements were: A. I want to know who the other man is and how long it's been going on. B. Dating photos that prove their relationship, like kissing or entering a hotel. C. I want to know if Olivia has given him any expensive gifts, like a house or car. The PI readily agreed, though his fee wasn't cheap. The PI's efficiency put soap opera plot lines to shame. Those TV wives who spend ages trying to catch cheating husbands should just hire a PI without hesitation. Just 4 days after I hired him, the PI had already identified the other man, someone familiar. His name is Jake, a golden boy who made it out of his small town. During college, he interned at my practice as a senior. After graduating, he worked for me for another 6 months. I even wrote him a recommendation letter for his current job. Who would have thought? Talk about biting the hand that feeds you. I almost laughed out loud. 2 weeks ago at an industry gathering, he clinked glasses with me and casually asked how I'd handle it if my wife cheated. I thought it was an odd question at the time. Turns out it was his subtle way of declaring war. I'm sure Olivia sensed his intentions too. That's why when I put the lighter in her pocket, she never suspected me. When did they start? I asked the PI. Not sure yet, but they've been living together for 2 years. Here's their address. I looked at the address on the notepad. It was an apartment complex not far from the university, also close to Jake's workplace, convenient for both of them. Did they buy or rent? Bought, in Jake's name. I didn't need to ask who paid for it. Jake only has a bachelor's degree and has been working less than 5 years. He's not well known in the field yet, with a monthly salary of just over $1,000. Back in his hometown, the whole village would be eager to help out their college graduate. Plus he has a good-for-nothing brother who always needs support. But that apartment complex, even at prices from 3 years ago, would cost at least $200,000 for 800 square feet. I sighed. Olivia is usually so frugal, she won't even buy me a $1,000 watch, but for her lover, she easily shells out over $200,000 for an apartment. Don't be too heartbroken, man. The PI consoled me. Women are like that, thinking with their lower half, that guy isn't as good looking as you, and his vibe is way off. Your wife just got bored and wanted some excitement. I smiled wryly. Olivia's choice of Jake was partly about boredom and excitement, but more about psychological needs. They both grew up in small towns, fighting their way to the big city. There's a sense of kindred spirits there. Olivia sees a bit of herself in Jake. Olivia and I come from very different backgrounds. As she puts it, she struggled for 20 years just to have the chance to drink coffee with me at Starbucks. Between us, even though she now has high social status, there's still deep-rooted insecurity. Whenever we go somewhere fancy, she can't help but feel nervous, always observing others first. But with Jake, given her absolute advantage in economic and social status, she must feel much more relaxed and empowered. Plus, in their hometown there's a backwards notion that a woman's success isn't just about how much she earns or achieves, but how many men she can attract. We discussed this topic back in college. Olivia vehemently criticized that view. Unfortunately, ideas ingrained over many years become part of one's core. They can't be easily erased just by adopting the right values. As for Jake, I won't speculate on whether he truly loves Olivia. In the adult world, relationships are often just about mutual benefit. When Jake interned with me years ago, he repeatedly expressed envy of my background, career and marriage. So from my perspective, by being with Olivia, he gains material support. Emotionally, he probably feels like he's finally surpassed me in something. Here are their photos. Boss, this is all we've got so far. The PI handed me several pictures. Do you want to go to court now, or wait a few more days? I looked at the photos of them coming and going together, feeling conflicted. Past vows of eternal love, no match for the passage of time. Christmas is in a couple days. The PI glanced at my expression cautiously. Maybe you want to think it over some more. In my line of work, you see a lot of dirty business. The PI said. To be honest, women who never stray in their whole lives are pretty rare. For a moment I wavered, but finally just said, keep a close eye on them for me.